Okay, folks, good morning and welcome to Swing Trading Today. This is Bob Desmond, and it is 6:30 in the a.m., June the 10th. All right, so we have some very, very serious economic data coming out today. A lot of the economic data, or I should say, not economic data, a lot of the, again, first cup of coffee every single day. A lot of the price action in the market can be attributed to the economic data which is coming out today. To kick it off, as we get each week, but I think this is to a lesser extent the cause of the problems with the market, is initial jobless claims. We've been seeing them come in quite a bit. Hopefully the trend continues to decline. But the real pimp mac daddy of them all is the CPI, Consumer Price Index, which is coming out at the 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the number to watch really is this one here, the core CPI. Why? It's because the Federal Reserve ignores the headline number, which is the CPI number, and they look at the core, because the core excludes food and energy. Isn't that convenient? Because what's going up? Food and energy. So the last time around, the core came in way hotter than expected, and even the headline number. And the knee-jerk reaction by the market was to sell gold, buy dollars. That was reversed the following day. So when you take a look at the pre-market activity, I even mentioned this to members last night, that they were probably going to front run, or they were front running the markets by buying dollars. And as you can see here on the US dollar, they continue to do that. The however is, we're fading now. We're coming off the highs of the session. We were much higher earlier, and now we are fading off the highs of the session. Now, when you take a look at gold, gold is not having a good day. Down over a half percentage point, or $12.80 the ounce. And it's no great shock. I mean, we were inside of a wedge formation. Let's go to a 4-hour chart. Here's your wedge formation on a 4-hour time frame. We broke that support level, and it is not an insignificant support level to break. So that's my tale of woe going into the new trading day. I think that you have traders that are dumping gold and buying dollars in advance of the CPI data. I think they're wrong. They continue to do the same thing over and over again, front-running inflation, expecting hotter inflation, getting inflation, but selling gold and buying dollars. They should be doing the inverse. They should be buying gold, selling dollars. So we'll see how this all plays out today. Let's go to equities. Yesterday, we saw a sell-off in the markets. And are we seeing a follow-through? No, not yet. We are flat on the S&P 500. Very tight Bollinger Bands. The Russell 2000 was negative earlier, now positive by a quarter percentage point. Holding a breakout point here in red. We broke out here, consolidated, attempted follow through, reversal. But we have not broken support. As for the NASDAQ's in a bit of trouble. And I would argue that traders are front running the NASDAQ as well. Why? Well, if you see hot inflation, you got to expect rising yields. And technology or technology stocks do not like rising yields. So they're front running it. And they're selling off the NASDAQ. And we have broken a 4-hour support level. What else do we want to take a look at here? Let's go to natural gas. We booked profits a few days ago in our natural gas trade, and we're looking for a re-entry here. And we may get it today. We're at the upper band of, or just off the upper band of the rising uptrend channel. And we're going to be looking to do an options trade here using BOIL, B-O-I-L, as our symbol, selling naked puts into July, generating cash flow. We're not buying the options. We are selling the options. I like to be the casino and not the gambler. Taking a look at commodity prices, corn. They were ripping yesterday. They continue to move up higher today. A little bit of a fade on this 4-hour time frame. But the trend, despite what Kathy Wood has to say about deflation now coming, the trend on a weekly time frame has resumed to the upside. I want to check out lumber prices. I haven't been able to pull up this chart lately. I don't know why. Thinkorswim is just not letting me load it. There we go. All right, it's working today. All right, we're down on the session, down $6. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. This chart hasn't moved in a while. When was this date? This is 5/14, for Christ's sakes. They must have discontinued this chart. Thinkorswim, what are you doing to me here? They discontinued this chart. All right. Silver. Four-hour time frame, consolidating nicely. We are positioned in silver. And watching the RSI here for higher lows and more higher highs. We're just consolidating on price, but RSI is certainly on the move here. So we'll be watching for a breakout above resistance today, because we want to add to precious metals as inflationary data is validated. So silver looking strong this morning. We've already gone over gold. Let's take a look at gasoline. Actually, let's go to light sweet crude first. Light sweet continues to move up higher here. Gasoline. We actually broke down on gas. So we're up this session, but we broke down on this 4-hour bar on the 9th. So this is a watch right now. I think the trend is still up, But warning flag on the track here for gasoline. I guess it's a good thing, right? All right, so this now becomes resistance. And we are good to go. Let's check out yields this morning. Actually, this is the bond price, so yields go inversely. 10-year Treasury. It's coming in. It's coming in now. That means yields are on the rise this morning. After a big gap down yesterday. So, very, very important chart. And we are flirting with a breakdown on the 10-year. At least on a 4-hour time frame. The VIX down slightly. Strong day yesterday, I'll tell you. A very, very strong day on the VIX. Nice bullish reversal bar. Let's segue over to commodities yet again. I want to stick with the ag story because remember, core CPI does not include food and energy. And we know that there's a lot of inflation in food prices. So we have corn prices up, 4-hour time frame. We are up over a 0.5 percentage point, fading off the session. Soybean prices up as well, nearly a 0.5 percentage point. So the cost of going to the supermarket continues to move up higher, but the Federal Reserve will conveniently ignore it. Here's a break. Wheat is down on the session. Congratulations, viewers. Go buy your bread. You peasants, us peasants can go to the store now and buy bread. All right, let's check back in with some of our watch stocks. All right. NEO on a weekly time frame. We're waiting for a retest of the breakout point here. No cigar yet. That's probably not going to happen until next week anyway. Daily chart NEO. A bit of a fade yesterday, and this is why I say don't go chasing these stocks, especially with the threat of yields rising. These high beta stocks will not appreciate the rise in interest rates at all. PLTR, Palantir, still struggling to get through resistance. I believe we were above it yesterday, if memory serves. And it faded. Let's go to the daily chart. Yeah. Bearish key reversal bar yesterday. So if you're dead set on trading PLTR, I would do one of these numbers. Create an alerted support. See if it holds. And use a really, really tight stop loss order. And watch the 10-year Treasury yield. If that shoots up higher, I would avoid these high beta names. keep it active for, let's say, 5 days. And we're good. What else do we have here? Oh, and by the way, we're using TrendSpider, link below, 35% discount code, automated technical analysis. Pool we haven't checked in on in a while. This is a watch stock for us. And it took off. Took off before we could get to it. Now, what we're seeing here is resistance. I'm going to take this is a weekly chart. I'm going to take hey, J.O., how you doing, man? I'm going to take the automated trend lines off, throw them back on, and you could see how this line in green, the algorithm's picking off as being a resistance level. And we're fighting to get through it. Let's take a peek at a daily time frame. Despite the fact, let's overlay a weekly chart here. Oops. And there's the weekly resistance on top of a daily chart. So here's the rejection at resistance, dashed line weekly chart. Here's the fade on a daily time frame, holding these moving averages. So it's purely a consolidation. I think that this is close to a buy. Let's drill down to a 4-hour chart. See what's going on in here. Very, very tight Bollinger Bands and Keltner Bands. Holding that support level, which I just annotated. Here's our resistance above. I think this could be bought on spec. Very, very small, meaning position sizing. And watch for support at 426.88 because that's got to hold. If that fails, we're going a lot lower. So we're at critical support levels. I think it could be bought. Just watch the 426.68 mark. JASOL. All right. Does JA have a winner here? Let's check it out. I'm not familiar. Actually, I think I have gone over this chart before. All right. This is a monthly chart. I mean, on a monthly time frame, a beautiful, beautiful multi-year consolidation. Got no gripes there. Obviously, the horse left the barn with a big rip, a big breakout. And ultimately, what always happens is that you get a resolution to this overbought condition. And usually what I'm saying is when I'm going over the chart and the price action's up here, I usually say it's not going to end well, and it didn't. We did a big retracement, and now it looks as though we're beginning to bottom out. So this $8 per share mark is pretty interesting as a support level. You have your RSI, which is hooking up on a monthly time frame. Granted, yes, it's only the 10th. We have a lot of days left to go, but it's looking constructive. Now, on a weekly time frame, this gives us a better, more actionable view of SOL. And it's looking pretty good in that we're holding that $8 per share mark. Nice consolidation, and we're beginning to break out. Here's your breakout. Now, we have 2 trading days left to go, which reminds me that tonight, folks, Sunday Night Futures Live. We're going live on YouTube. What do we do on Sunday Night Futures? Again, first cup of coffee, very early. Bear with me. Thursday night, Stock Charts Live. We go live Sundays and Thursday nights. Join us 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Link below. You know the deal. Just join us and we'll go over the weekly charts to identify how we may be closing out the day or the week. All right, so continuing on with SOL. Weekly chart looking good. Volume trending higher than last week. Good to see. Daily chart. All right, so here's where the trend lines come back into play. Because now the market is sending you a signal. It's saying, okay, we have a nice retracement on a monthly time frame, good consolidation on a weekly time frame, and when you drill down to a daily time frame, we have a breakout. Right? Here's your breakout on 3 days ago. I don't know what the date is because for whatever reason, my toolbar won't show me the date. We broke out, got a little bit ahead of ourselves, went rallying through the third standard deviation Bollinger Band. Reversal bar yesterday. We're probably going to pull back a bit more today, especially given the volatility that I expect this morning. Watch for a retest of the breakout point. I would use a bit of sensitivity here. Here's your breakout point in purple. And I would use that as my signal to get long. But in this market, I would stay very, very small. And there's no rush with a stock like this. When you have a massive correction such as it has had, and it's just beginning to break out on a weekly time frame, you're going to get backing and filling. So don't go jumping in both feet. If your intended allotment is 1,000 shares or what have you, go in for 20%, 25% max, and watch and see what it does. And with that, folks, everybody have a profitable trading day. Enjoy the economic data this morning and the volatility. Hope to catch you tonight on Thursday Night Stock Charts Live, where we review the weekly price action. How are we poised to close? And we'll discuss the price action and the CPI data this evening. Till then, be well.